I'm in my third year of freelancing. I bought a 70 square meters top floor apartment in a small town for just 30,000 RMB. Today, I'm starting a full renovation building the loft bed I've always wanted. After a long and exhausting day yesterday, I finally got some rest. But today is still packed with work, so I need to eat well before I start. I'm cooking while letting the robot vacuum clean on its own. Lately, I've been trying to use up all my food before heading out on my next trip. These eggs on the plate are actually leftovers from yesterday's baking. Since I don't know when I'll leave, how long I'll be on the road, or where I'll end up next, it's hard to carry too many things. So I'm just trying to use everything up as I go. Today, I'm taking apart this small single bed. I'll be reusing leftover materials from my sofa project, along with the wood from this bed, and a few custom-made parts one ordered earlier. And with all of that, I can finally build the American-style loft bed I've always wanted. I haven't really been filming in this area lately. After I moved to sleeping in the living room, this place slowly turned into a storage room, filled with all kinds of stuff. So first, I need to move this bed out and take it apart. This old bed is really heavy and bulky. I've been sleeping in this small bedroom for over 2 years and I never cleaned under the bed. Today I finally moved everything out. I even found my lip balm and 2 of Mimi's toys. Now I can finally let the robot vacuum clean this place properly. Guys, this was actually a 1.8 meter bed left by the previous owner. When I first moved in, I took it apart in half. One side was turned into a double-layer storage drawer inside my cabinet. The remaining 0.9 meter section has been my single bed ever since. Since I was a kid, I used to sleep on a big traditional kang bed with my family, always in a small corner. I've never really had much space at night, and I got used to it. From school to university, I've always lived in dorms. Even now, I still feel safe sleeping in a small, high corner like a bunk. That's why just one day after moving in, I took out the original bed and sofa here. Guys, the quality of this bed is really bad, except for a thin layer of solid wood. The rest is just compressed sawdust with a strong smell. I'll remove the nails from this layer of solid wood and reuse it for the new bed. The rest is just waste, so I've already put it by the door to throw out later in a few trips. After that, I'll let my robot vacuum handle all the sawdust and dust on the floor. I had some white fungus soup and cookies, then went to take out the trash. When I came back, the living room floor was so clean it was almost reflective. Every corner had been perfectly cleaned. It felt really satisfying. I made 4 trips back and forth to throw everything out, then brought more wooden boards up from the storage room downstairs. These were custom cut online based on the exact dimensions I had already designed. I'm starting to assemble my American-style loft bed now. I often feel really lucky so many things just happen to fall into place perfectly. I've actually wanted to rebuild this bed for a long time, and I've been researching materials, methods, and estimating the costs all along. When I was assembling the pull-out bed in the living room, I thought it was too big and kept hesitating while building it. Then I suddenly realized the leftover materials could actually be used for this loft bed. And today, I'm finally making it happen. The structure is pretty simple. I already planned everything and figured out all the connections. So assembly is straightforward, but my old drill, which I've used for over 2 years, just didn't have enough power. It took me more than an hour just to drill 2 holes. I couldn't take it anymore. So I went out and bought a corded drill for 150 RMB. Doing this kind of renovation at home really makes you realize how important it is to have the right tools. The difference with this new drill is huge. It's on a completely different level. I tried to stay careful, but it only took a few tries to drill the holes. I really enjoy doing this kind of hands-on work. I love the whole process, from imagining it to drawing the plans to customizing the materials and slowly putting everything together. But at the same time, the result isn't the most important thing to me. If it works, I'll use it. If it doesn't, I'll just take it apart and reuse the materials. There's no such thing as success or failure here. I just do it because I want to. And just like that, the main structure is done. I can finally sleep on it tonight. The custom boards for the storage will take at least 2 weeks. So I'll finish that part next time I'm back. Guys, Mimi and I have been sleeping on the living room sofa all winter. So I'm quickly tidying things up. We can finally move onto the loft bed tonight. I'll just let the robot vacuum handle all the sawdust and dust from the renovation. It can even get under the bed to clean. And it handles cat hair, sawdust, and dust pretty easily. When it reaches edges or corners, it just moves along them and cleans everything in one go. So I don't really have to worry about anything. One thing I do find really helpful is that it can handle wet messes pretty well. Since I cook every day, there are always spills, bits of soup, or some oil on the floor. It cleans everything in one pass without smearing it around, which honestly makes a big difference. And as it goes over the floor, it just keeps getting cleaner and cleaner. So I don't have to go back and redo anything. When it's done, it simply goes back to its dock on its own. So I can just leave it and not worry about it. Lying up here, it really feels like my old bunker's small, cozy corner that makes me feel safe. Mimi kept jumping up and down, still checking everything out. Eventually, Mimi decided it was safe and came to lie down next to me. I stayed there for over half an hour, and a few times I almost fell asleep. After that, I made a quick dinner in about 20 minutes. I made a cucumber salad with century eggs and some tomato and egg noodles. The noodles were vacuum packed, so they only needed about 8 to 10 minutes to steam. I finished dinner in about 20 minutes. Sitting here now, I'm really tired and hungry, but somehow I just don't feel like eating. But after picking up my bowl and taking a couple of bites, the cold dish actually tastes really good. And it makes the whole meal much easier to enjoy. I'm making the bed now, and my arms and legs don't even feel like mine anymore, probably from squatting too long today. Taking the bed apart, drilling and moving everything around. I'm definitely going to sleep really well tonight. The headboard was too low when it was laid flat, so for now I've stood it up just to make it work. Later on, I'll probably remodel it and make it a bit taller so it fits better with the bed. As for the space underneath, I'm planning to divide the storage into 3 separate sections. I'm a pretty quiet sleeper, so I probably won't fall off, but just to be safe, I'll still add a railing later. Ever since I was around 4th or 5th grade, I've always imagined having a small space like this, something simple, but just for myself. Lying in my own little corner like this makes me feel really content and happy. It's a small space, but it feels completely mine. Next time I come back, I'll keep working on it slowly and make it feel more like home. Everything I want will come true, little by little. I wish the same for all of you. Bye, see you next time.